So this is my video for the story of my favorite coastline. I have chosen to do video format just because I like talking, if I can, but I like writing. The coast that I chose is actually a set of cliffs in Ireland called the Cliffs of Moher. I think I'm pronouncing it right. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site because it's so unique. This type of formation is actually usually seen underwater. From the more I read about it, the more that's what I was gathering. It's super rare to see something like this above sea level. It was formed by a lot of old rivers, right? So this is essentially like an old river delta. And basically what it did is they would leave different sediments, creating these layers, right? And it was used to be an old seabed, but since, because of, shifts and things, it has left these exposed above water, and the coast, the ocean crashing into it, eroded away to the cliffs we see today. Now, I would imagine wind, it wasn't just the ocean, it was most likely strong wind and everything, hence, erosion's wind and water, so that would make sense. But this would, this is the only way that this would be created. Right now we see some sheer cliffs, but they're not very stable. The more that I read on it and everything, it actually tells us to stay back from the cliffs. If we get too close, we can hit a spot that's unstable and it can actually break. So while this is magnificent, it's not exactly strong, because this kind of thing is not meant to, they're not meant to actually be above water. So it's really, really interesting to me. Underneath, what I was reading, so under the sea level, the ocean floor is actually really unique because at the base of this, there's indents. So there's caves and there's other burrows and things, just from the ocean hitting the base so hard. There's a cave system right underneath the cliffs. It's really, really cool. There's also some fossilized remains that were carried by the sediment, the rivers and these sediments. They actually, oddly enough, haven't figured out what one of the organisms are. There's remains of burrows at the base, and they still can't figure out what caused them or what was living there. And yeah, this is just a very interesting place to look at. I hadn't really paid much attention to it prior to this class. I just thought, hey man, that's a cool looking place. It's the place we see in Star Wars. But yeah, I don't know. After digging more into it, there's a lot more than just, rock was here, wind and water hit rock. It's a lot different. We used to have a totally different Earth than we do today, and that's apparent by these structures that were still left over, such as the Cliffs of Moher.